Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we will be discussing about inheritance in Python object-oriented programming. So inheritance is a method of deriving a new class from its old class such that a new class inherits all the properties and characteristics of old class. So this is called as inheritance. The syntax is class father, which will be base class, and class son, where we have passing argument as father class to the son class, and this is a derived class. So both the classes will be having set of methods and variables. Now when you derived a class from its base class, you could able to access the variables and methods of the parent class and child class by creating a single object for child class. So this is the method of inheritance. So we can use methods and attributes of father class using son class objects. So that's what I have said right now. Now let us move to types of inheritance. So we have four types of inheritance. One is single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Let us go one by one. Now let us move to single inheritance. So single inheritance. If a single class is derived from one base class, then it is known as single inheritance. So the base class can be considered as parent class and the derived class considered as a child class. So we are deriving a new class from its base class. This is called a single inheritance. Now let us look back into the example and try to understand in the code editor how exactly this single inheritance works. Single inheritance dot py. So I will try to create a class which is known as parent, and I will define a function, define disp self. This is father class, and I will try to create a derived class or a child class, child, and I will pass parent class as an argument. Now I will define a method def disp 1 self print this is child class. I will create an object or ob1 is equal to child class, and here I will try to access the methods of parent class and child class because this is my parent class and this is my child class. I'm inheriting the parent class into this child class as an argument to the child class. So, and I have created an object for this child class, and now I could able to access or inherit the properties of parent class as well as child class. I will try to access the parent class one with ob1 dot disp and ob1 dot disp1. So this is the function call. When I run this program, I will get output as this is father class and this is child class. So here, as I explained, so this is my parent class. In this parent class, I have defined a function disp and I have created an output as print statement as this is the father class. Then and I have again created one more child class. In this child class, I'm deriving the characteristics of parent class and I'm passing parent class as an argument for this child class. Hence this child class will be derived from the parent class, and I have defined one more method which is disp1 and I've created a print statement this is child class. Now as the parent class is derived from the child class with the following class characteristics, I have created an object for this child class. Then with the help of this child class, I could able to access all the properties of parent class as well as child class, which is ob1 dot disp and ob1 dot disp1. So this is the output which I have got. So this is the completion of single inheritance. I think you understand. So here I'm just deriving the characteristics of both parent and child by creating a single class object of child. Now let us move to second type of inheritance, which is known as multiple inheritance. So if a class is derived from more than one parent class, then it is called as multiple inheritance. So we have parent class 1 and parent class 2, and we are deriving a new child class from these two parents. This is called as multiple inheritance. Now let us look into the example of this multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance dot py. Now let us create class parent1 and I will create a def disp1 self as the first parameter, and I will print the statement. I'm giving simple examples so that you could able to understand. By understanding the concept, you should able to learn the concept clearly, and you need to give and try for some other examples by looking into online browser examples. So now I will print the statement as this is parent1 class. Now I will create one more class, sorry, which is parent2, and here def disp2. Inside this I will print the statement as, so this is parent2 class, and from this I will derive an child class where I will make use of both parent1 and parent2 as the argument. Oh, sorry, this is class. So now I will define a def function which is disp3, and I will use self as an parameter, and I will print the statement as this is child class. So here what I have done is for multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance is the inheritance method in which a child class will be derived from two different parents. So this is the child class, and it is derived from parent1 and parent2. So parent1 has this function where it prints the statements as this is parent1 class, and we have one more class which is parent2, and here disp2 prints this is parent2 class, and I have created a child class which will be inherited from parent1 and parent2. Like, just consider as us only as example, we are derived from our parents, mother and father, and here also I have derived the child which is derived from its parent1 and parent2. Now I created a function disp3, and this is child class as the print statement. Now I could able to access all the parent1 and parent2 properties or the characteristics or the methods with the help of child object. I will create an object o1 is equal to child, then I will access the parent1, parent2 and child class methods with the help of child object o1 dot disp1 and o1 dot disp2 and o1 dot disp3. So when I run this, I could able to get the output of all the three methods. So the first one I'm printing is o1.disp1. This is parent1 class, and in the second one I'm printing o1.disp2. This is parent2 class, and the third one o1.disp3 will print the third class. So this is how you could able to get the method properties or the method characteristics from the parents to child class. By creating a single object for a child class, you could able to access all the methods and variables of the parent class, which is parent1 and parent2. So this is how the multiple inheritance works. I think you have understood the concept. Now let us move to our third type, which is multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, the class inherits the features of another derived class. So initially we have a base class, and we will derive this base class to intermediate class. From this intermediate class, we will derive one more derived class. So let us see how this multi-level inheritance works. Multi-level inheritance dot pivot. So let us take our real-time example as grandfather. Then I will define a function, define this one and self as the parameter. We print this is grandfather class. Then again before def, I need to define a one more intermediate derived class from the grandfather. I will create father as the class, where I will be using grandfather as an argument because I'm inheriting the properties of grandfather to father. So again, I will create a def function disp2. I will print this is father class, and I will create another child class where I will make use of father as an argument. I'm inheriting the father characteristics. Then I will define a function def disp3 self print this is child class. So now you can understand the concept now here. So initially I have defined a grandfather class. So I'm taking a real-time example. I'm deriving his or her characteristics. So grandfather, which has a function or a method disp1, where it prints the statement this is grandfather class. I'm able to access this method with the help of inheritance. And I have created father as an intermediate class, and here I'm passing grandfather as an argument for this father class. So I'm inheriting the grandfather characteristics to the father class, and I'm creating a function def disp2, and this is father class. So now you could able to understand the concept how it is inheriting. And finally I will create one more class which is child class, where I'm inheriting the characteristics of father. So since father is inherited from grandfather, and now I am inheriting the father to child, so each and every character is interassociated, hence it is known as multi-level. And I'm creating the def disp3 function where this is called as child class. Now by creating a single object for a child class, I could able to access all the methods from grandfather to father and child. So let me create an object o1 is equal to child and o1 dot disp1 and o1 dot disp2 and o1 dot disp3. When I run this function, I will get all the output. So here, with the help of an object which I have created for a child class, I could able to access all the methods. So first method is grandfather class, and the second one is father class, and the third one is child class. With the help of object which is assigned for child class, I could able to access all their methods. This is how exactly the multi-level inheritance works. Now let us move to our last type of inheritance, which is known as hierarchical inheritance. When more than one derived class are created from the single base class, this type of inheritance is called as hierarchical inheritance. So for example, in the real-time example, a father will have two sons, which is child 1 and child 2, where child 1 and child 2 inherits the characteristics of his parent, who is known as father. And this how hierarchical inheritance works. Now let us try to execute this hierarchical inheritance in our code editor. So let me create a new file, hierarchical inheritance.py. Now let us create a class parent 1. I will define a function, define disp1, self will be the parameter, and print, and I will print as this is parent 1 class. Now I will create a child class, child 1 dot child class, and I will pass parent to this parent 1. So because child 1 inherits the characters of parent 1. Now I will define a function def disp2 self, this is child 1 class. Then I will create one more child class, def disp3 self print, this is child 2 class. So here I have, I'll just try to brief out. So here I have a single parent and he has two children. So two children are getting inherited from its parent one. Sorry, here this is parent one. So two children are getting inherited or derived from his parent one. So I'm using for child one, parent one as the input argument, and for child 2 the parent one as the input argument, because these two classes are derived from the both single parent, which is parent 1. Now by creating a single object for this child 1, I could able to access its own method as well as his or her parent method. By creating one more object for child 2, I could able to access child 2 methods and its parent method. So now let us look into the object creation. O1 is equal to child 1. O1 is equal to child 1. I'm calling child 1 class. Then with the help of O1, O1 dot disp 2. So I'll just call disp 2 first because I need to print the child class first, and I will call parent function as well, which is disp 1. So this is an object for first child, and first child object could able to get the methods and variables of child 1 as well as its parent, because it has been derived from its parent. So when I run this, I get an output as this is child 1 class and this is parent 1 class. So since I have created an object 1 for child 1, I could able to get the output of child 1 class first and child and its parent class. So if I try to access o1 dot disp3, it will throw an error because it's not inherited, or it is not inherited from its parent class, since child 2 has a parent 1 as its base class. So you could not able to access an object of child 1 to access child 2, hence it's throw an error. So in order to access them, we need to create an object for child 2, and with the help of object of child 2, we could able to access child 2 method as well as its parent method, disp3 o2 dot disp1. So when you run this, you will get the output as this is child 1 class. When you run this, o1 will be the child 1 class, so object for child 1 class, and it prints the disp2 first. So here o1 dot disp2 is the first method I am calling, so it will print this is child 1 class. So at the second, o1 dot disp1 is the second function I have called, so it will print the parent class. So finally, and I have created one more object o2 for child 2 class. Child 2 class has been inherited from parent 1 class, and I am calling disp3. So disp3 is a method of child 2. It will print this is child 2 class, which is output here, and I am finally calling o2 dot disp1 of parent class. So this is the parent 1 class. So this how exactly the hierarchical inheritance works. So we have discussed what is inheritance, what are its types, and we have completed everything with the example. So that's all for the day. Thank you.